Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, and hello. We are for our first Friday of the year in group session. I want to tell you a little bit about group session, and I want you to know that group session is all about your coming through, your getting familiar with what Vibetalkfacingthelion podcast is all about. My name is Nisi. Last name is Robinson. I will be instructing and hosting every Friday from here on out. We will leave you with notification if we are conducting for emergencies. If we're not here, we're going to let you know. Let's just say that this is intro. We're going to say that this is an intro class, introduction, because this is where you're able to come as a community. You come as a community, you're here, you want to talk about your feelings as a live, interactive audience. This is going to be a group setting for you. Why is that? Because so many people need outreach programs. Not only do they need outreach programs, but they need a healing of an emotional and mental health. I am not a doctor, so let's get that on the map. Here's what I am. I am a certified life coach and counselor. I've been certified with life coaching for the last 6 years. I went and got my certification for counseling, and I've had that since 2005 or 2025. And so here's what I don't do. I don't recommend medications. I don't talk about any medical things because I'm not a doctor. And my program is all about healthful healing, starting with you ground up, from ground inside and out. We gather as a group. Anybody is invited. If you need to bring your children, there is a second office that is under construction. And it has not been started yet. It's the relaxation room. And when I say under construction, that means that it's safe. So you can go to the next room or the front area that is inside. Because I know that some of you have to bring your children. And when you have to bring them, there is space for you. And what we're doing is doing a community. In this community for Palmdale, California, we're going to reach out for not just California, but we're going to reach out all over the United States. So you can come right here, and you can also get online here. Our lines are open, and you can call directly to our program. This is an intro. We've had the group sessions. And really, the group session is a Friday day for you all to be able to end your week with somewhere to go, somewhere to be honest with yourselves, and meeting people who feel the way or similar experiences that you do. So if you're here today, if you're online, okay, for those who are living outside of California, even if you are in California and you're a ways away, we encourage you right here, Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast group session. It's finally Friday group sessions. And it's going to be a workshop. So you might come here and we might do a workshop exercise. You might come here and you might get involved in some dramatic play that deals with specific emotion, specific experience of drama, comedy. But we're going to really take it seriously. It's all about facing your challenges. And I want to state that this is serious. If you're not going to be serious about it, this might not be the course for you. It's ongoing, so no one has to sign up. You're maybe asking too, is it a fee? Our fees are only for voluntary. We don't have a set fee, and I want to keep it like that because so many people are struggling financially. We all struggle. But anything that's done for the Healing Center, and this is finally Friday group session, it's every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Every Friday it is. What you can expect is understanding and talking about toxic relationships and how to heal from that, overcoming loss of different kind, dealing with being overwhelmed or overwhelming situations. We're going to talk about kids, teenagers, ourselves. We're going to have community speakers that come. And if you can get here at 11:30, okay, it will be live recorded, and you'll be able to hear yourself. The only thing that I don't record are the private sessions of individuals. And I want you to keep that in mind because I think it's so important that you understand that. The only thing that we will not record are personal sessions. Why are we recording the public? Because there's still so many people that haven't had a chance or an opportunity to even know who we are or what we've done. I am in my 6th year of dealing with Facing the Lion, Vibe Talk Facing the Lion. And it says podcast. We have a podcast and a healing center, a brick and mortar building. Fridays is going to be the day that we are letting people come through, letting them be able to group talk, letting them be able to hear others talk. And we're going to do activities that are going to help. So we're looking forward to that. Back to the how is this going to be funded through voluntary donations of a willing kind. Every little bit helps. I know for me, what I'd like to see more of is interaction of people that are struggling with mental health in a way that they can talk it out, because we know that there's doctors who are in the profession of helping those who are more of a critical need. This is a healing center. So when you come here, you will know all about healing. You will be able to talk. You'll be able to work through. You'll be able to role play. You'll be able to just have a hands-on experience with learning. How do I get better? I talk to clients that have been through a lot of things: sexual abuse, rape, child molestation. And sometimes when we bottle that all up, we don't know how to get those feelings that we are now experiencing. Those feelings that we feel: guilt, shame, disgust. We talk about those intimately. How do we start out? There's no real way to start out, but I guarantee you that it will be guided for you. So you won't just come in and say, well, I don't know what to do. You're going to get firsthand knowledge. Is it going to be uncomfortable if it is your first time talking about it? It may be just a little uncomfortable for you, but I guarantee you, with my heart, soul, and mind, I will guarantee you that if you stick with the program, you will get through it. We're on live, and we are in group session. If you're coming on live, there is a comment area live on Facebook. There's a comment area, and that comment area is for you to say hello, I'm here. You can even be anonymous if that's what you want to do, okay? Because we realize that people that are new, who have never talked about such things, they're frightened, a little timid, kind of quiet, introverted. All those feelings are okay. So you're welcome to be online. Everybody got that? And every Friday, we will be having this unless you hear otherwise. Well, how do you know if we're going to have it or not? At 11:30, there will be a notice posted on the office door of the Healing Center to say that there will be whether there will be there will be no session today. We are encouraging you to please bring guests, people that really want to know what this is all about. Your donations, again, your willing donations, when you come, when you go, you only have to donate per session, and that per session is in our little box, and it's our friendly box. It's not anything that stands out, and we want you to be able to put your donation, whatever you do. And please be reasonable, considerate. Don't be funny when it comes to donation, because it takes a lot, especially when we have refreshments. We will have lunch. Some days we will have drinks, water, and all of that cost. So I want to give back to the community for everything that I went through, and I want you to be considerate. And if you don't have it, you just don't have it. But I still want you to come. We have spoken with the community, and the community knows that we will be calling on some to be able to talk to them about what they do in the community. The other day, I spoke with a policeman. We all know what policemen do, but we don't know the inside scoop. We think we do. But firemen, how many times have you saw the firemen and not really understood what they do, or how we can best help them, how we can keep safe, how we can protect ourselves in the city in which you live. We even get even a little sweeter because we talk about people that are building in the neighborhood, people that are coming in as vendors. We will have that as well. Vendors who tell you about what they do. Hairstylists. Gosh, I can't think of people who work with animals. We want to have everything in the community because we've been here 6 years, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. 6 years I have been here, and we just opened January 6th, 2025. And we had few supporters, but there were. And we're going to be celebrating our second inside office right here at the Healing Center. Use your QR codes, okay? If you get a hold of a flyer, you have my permission to make copies of flyers. Everybody see that flyer? You have my permission to be able to use your flyer. Use your flyer, and after you use your flyers, dispense them. Tell people about it. Outreach programs, a lot of people don't get to know about them unless someone tells about them. Our QR codes take you straight to us. Does everyone get that? Our QR codes take you straight to us. And why is that a good thing? It's a good thing because, let's say I'm not here and you want to know, what is this? And there's nobody here to tell you. Almost all of us have a cell phone. You can go right on your cell phone and go right to the QR code. If you have Facebook, it will take you straight to our Facebook page. If you have YouTube, you'll learn all about us. Group sessions, how do they work? I want you to understand how they work, because a lot of times people come, it's like coming to class. You ever come to class and you're taking a class, or your first time at work, you kind of feel strange because it's your first day? It's like that, but everyone is welcomed here. I want to say that first and foremost. Everyone is welcome here. There's not anybody here that I would not welcome. And if you don't have anything nice to say, I'm going to encourage you not to say it at all. If you want to come here and sit and listen, we welcome that. If you want to just interact, you may do that. But I'm going to ask of you, please be respectful. Please be mindful of not only respect, but understanding as you respect, people should give you respect. So we're going to call this Finally Friday Group Session 101. Okay? So that if anybody comes in, they've already watched the video. In fact, I'm going to encourage those who call me to watch our video for the year of 2026. Because we've been in group sessions and they turned out very beautifully. We are not a closed community. We're open. We're open for you. We're open for the next town and the next town and the next town. We want you to be aware of what Fridays will be like. We'll get together. We'll look at things. We'll be able to really gather together how we strategize with our emotions, how we strategize with coping, heartbreak. We're going to talk about that. Many of you are going to be such an asset. Thought I was going to say the other thing. Such an asset to this program, and we want to build from here. So we are going to be able to leave to the community on the outside and in the inside. Okay? You want to come? Last week, we actually started for the first time, but I had an injury and it had to be canceled, and I'm ready to start again. Begin again. Fin again. Remember that? I don't know if you guys do, but we are starting officially this day. Usually, each session will last about an hour. Okay? It will last about an hour. I'm sorry. It'll last about an hour. And as it lasts about an hour, that'll be your chance. Just 1 minute. I have to pause for a moment. I have someone that is texting me, and I don't usually have this. So, what are some things you'd like to ask? If you're online now, can you do me a favor? Can you ask the questions and I will answer them as we go? I will answer them as we go. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself so that you all are familiar with me. And you'll know, hey, what are you doing? What are you where did you come from? Where did this all originate from? I am a retired educator. I graduated with a associate's teacher's associate's permit. I started working with very young children, ages 4 to 5. I am a parent of 2, and I have been married before, and am familiar with relationships. So I don't want you to come in and say, what does she know? Because I know a lot, and I'm still being educated. I spent a lot of time working with children whom I love very much, and that's a whole other thing. We have also peer groups for teens and counseling for children ages 5 to 18. But today we're going to talk about me so that you understand the background of me. I'm very serious about this program. This program is one that has brought me from pain to purpose. And when you're in here, you're allowed to ask questions. You're allowed to ask while you're online. If you want to come to the class, I want you to be serious about this because it is a community project. One of where we're going to put our heart and soul in it for you. We're going to put our heart and soul in it for you. We're going to help you to understand that no two are alike, but yet you may have similar emotions. We all have experienced same emotion, but different experience as to how we got there. You know, it's like maybe you got 5 people in a room, but 2 out of 5 may share the same experience. Like, for instance, tears. Tears come because why? Joy, sadness, overwhelmed, right? Hurt. But now, maybe you're crying and someone else is crying. And I'll give you a version of emotion. My oldest son, my firstborn, when he was about 5 years old, it was his first day in kindergarten. And as we walked into class, we were in class, his class, and I was crying and he was crying. And I said to him as I was crying, "Don't cry. What's the matter? Why are you crying? It's going to be okay. You know, mothers and fathers, what happens on your children's first day of school. And you remember your first day of school, if any of you experience crying." And he looks up at me with his little tiny teeth, and he says to me, "I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I want you to leave. But I'm crying because I'm having separation anxiety and that he is getting older. He is first day kindergarten." We all cry for different reasons. You know, pain. I write pain on the board and you say what? Yeah, I know what that feels like. And as you introduce the word pain, you start to think about a time when you felt that. and I say, yeah, a week ago I hurt myself and I slipped and fell and bruised my foot, if not broken. And then you say, yeah, I have pain, I had surgery, or I got in a car accident, and you start to talk about your pain. Now, everybody else that's in the room, they're going to be able to relate to you what pain is. What am I getting at? Your emotions and being able to articulate them without feeling shamed. So everyone that comes to the healing center, because I guarantee you each week, each month will be different faces. Everybody get that? There'll be different faces. There'll be different comments. There'll be men and women alike. And we ask that if you are a teen, that you be accompanied by your parents, because there's one for you, young teens. But if you're 18 and over, okay, you can come without permission from your parents. Everybody will get to take a flyer. Please distribute them wisely. Don't just give them out to be giving them out, because I don't want them laying in the street. You might put one on the bulletin board at school, at home, your workplace, colleges. Why is this? Because there's such a need for people to talk about their emotions. People are short-tempered, long-tempered, no-tempered. And why is that? Because the world that we live in right now, ladies and gentlemen, it creates an environment for us to be that way. Remember that pain that I talked about? We all have different kinds of pain. We all deal with things differently. You'll come to the healing center, and the healing center will help you to realize, hey, I met someone today that felt similar to the pain that I felt, right? And we never know what becomes of that, because it can be a lifelong friendship that you've never had. Pain. We get to the emotion of things. And I feel like this is not to be underrated. I don't want it to be underrated. I want it to be distributed in the community so that people know there's a place, there's a safe place to come. The core of the group session is for us to be able to talk out. For you to come from behind that pain and learn that other people may have similar pain. All of us have experienced emotion. That is one factor. Some of us are more prone to experience more pain or sadness than others. And that's where we come in as a resource group as well. I will refer you to doctors who can help you if you're experiencing overwhelming depression. We all get depressed from time to time. But have you ever been so overwhelmed that your life actually was on the line? And I mean literally on the line. I want you to be able to think about this as you think about, why would we have Finally Friday group session? Because Friday is the end of the week, and Friday we're already on our podcast. We have what is called Finally Friday. And if you go to the YouTube, you see where the right side of the page is, and on the computer it's going to be to your left. If you scan that QR code, you're going to go and find our playlist, and you're going to learn about Finally Friday. We at first had just Finally Friday, where we would talk about challenges of your first time driving, challenges of grieving, challenges of brokenness, lost relationship, pets dying. We've had a lot of challenges. And so I thought, after working with this project for 6 years, Finally Friday, as of 2025, became an extension to our Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast. It became an extension to do a group session Friday. You know, a lot of things happen on Friday. Can you guys think of anything that happens on Friday? You get paid on Friday, or every other Friday, maybe not Friday, but it's the end of the week. Have you just felt like you were tried, toiled, and just sick? The whole week has just really wore you down, and you are ready to go home and start your weekend and get away from the hustle and bustle Monday through Friday work, wherever you work. The end of the week, it's like, wow, Friday got here really quick. And there's so much that happened during the week that you can hardly catch your breath. How many of you have felt like that? So the end of the week with my team and I have a co-host, and her name is Trish. Trish is amazing. And so we get together, we have our meetings, and we talk about what we'd like to have Vibe Talk Facing the Lion look like. Friday seemed to be a time where we could reflect over what has happened during the week. And I want to say this on behalf of this introduction of Finally Friday group session. How many of you have woken up with the most devastating news? And you say, wow, I can't believe that happened this week. I can think of a few things that have happened, and then at the end of the week, I think, wow, I got through the week. Or how many of you have started out, somebody calls you and they say, I got some really great news. And then you find out what the great news is, right? That's what we're doing. Because a lot, and I always say this, a lot can happen between Monday and Friday. By you coming Friday, by you getting online, you can join us in support of Finally Friday group session. You're not inundated, you're not overwhelmed with this class is going to cost you X amount of dollars. It's all on donation. Our donation is right there on our Facebook page for you to go look at another video, right? And your other video is going to tell you what the donations will do, what it has done. And so when you're wondering, how much is it going to cost? It's all donation basis. And how do I know? Because I am a certified counselor and life coach. And I facilitate this program. Finally, Friday group session. We want to make it comfortable for you. Anytime that you feel like it's too much for you, or you don't want to do it anymore, there's no joining, there's no signing up for it. We will, though, when you're here, we will have you fill out what is like a, I'm here. You can do that. And that's just so that I can follow up with you. You don't have to sign it, but we like to have you like sign the roll call, or not roll call, but the sheet saying that you came in today. Because you might have something really pressing you. And you've told no one. Because you don't know how to tell them. And you want to tell us, or you want to talk to other people, or you want to meet a group of people that reach out for those who are heavy-hearted, those who are feeling like life is hopeless. I am living testimony of life. And getting the help and support that I needed to be able to change that. Now, is everybody going to be the same way and do what Miss Nisi does? I don't think so. Everybody learns to be different. There are some people who feel there's no hope. Well, there's other people who feel that they have hope, but they don't know how to get it. What I want to help you to understand, too, is the best way for you to get your problem fixed is to discover the root of what is going on. There's no magic. I like Disney. In fact, I love Disney. There's no Tinkerbell sprinkle dust that's going to fix you. Because you are the power behind your mind, your heart, and your soul. And what happens to you is not hopeless. It's not unfixable. It's not unworthy. It's not lost cause. We have experiences in our lifetime that may challenge us, break us, make us feel like we're at the end of the light. We may even feel kicked, beaten, but we're not yet done. I guarantee you that Vibe Talk Finally Friday group session is going to help you to think deeply. It's going to help you to find out how others can be inspiring. You're going to challenge yourself because it's a challenge for you all, and myself included, to just be able to get up in the morning. And we all have different reasons. Some of us just don't want to get up. Well, others of us, our bodies are riddled with sickness, arthritis, just no strength. We want to make this a positive thing. We want to make our communities. So have a flyer, copy a flyer. I'm asking for each and every one of you. have a flyer, copy a flyer. Because when you do that, you are sharing with somebody that maybe could have used this last week. And the sad story is they may have given up on themselves. Their lives. So do you see what these sessions can do? I'm going to go over them again. They're by willing donations. All the donations go toward anything for the healing center. And boy, is it a lot of them. If you don't believe me, just use your cameras and you'll find out. It's a lot of work to be done, and I want to fill these seats with people so that one more person can say, I found purpose through my pain. Because you see, I'm able to stand here today and tell you that I found purpose through my pain. The podcast started in 2020. And I want to get that right because I think it's important. It started in a time of that we had never seen during the COVID. How did you feel in the COVID? When COVID started happening. And when we were getting health regulations and staying 6 feet apart. And we couldn't do the things that we normally do. Hug someone, shake their hand, walk with them, run with them. That is, unless we had masks on. I had never known a world like that. What did you do during the COVID? I thought of a way to reach so many people because during that time, people were depressed. Couldn't go and visit their family, their friends. So we were challenged, but we found a way. You know the saying, this too shall pass? Well, look at us. We're able to freely connect with one another. We're able to hug each other, shake hands. We didn't have to stand 6 feet apart. There were other things that happened. Businesses shut down, lost money. And some of our loved ones paid the higher price because they are no longer with us from that deadly disease. COVID is when we brought into being Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast. And oh, by the way, if you click on the QR codes, here's what you're going to find out. What is Vibe Talk Facing the Lion all about? You get to hear us speak. You can go back up until the time, from beginning until present. 6 years is a long time, and I guarantee you I don't take this lightly. I promised myself, because that was such a difficult time for so many people, I remember when they were doing free concerts. I listened to various artists making lives, trying to bring joy back to people who, like me, like yourself, we didn't experience this. Maybe our grandparents, because of the flus, Spanish flus and things like that. But we didn't know about that. We really had to be quarantined. So what did you do with your time? There was a lot of people that it affected their mental health. So I thought of a way, wow, if I could reach so many people. And because of my story, someone reached out to me and said, hey, you could do a podcast. I didn't know what a podcast was. What is a podcast? But now there's thousands of podcasts. So once I knew what the podcasts were, I decided to use my Facebook in a way that would impact so many people. Not just having followers. And by the way, those numbers are not important to me. They only are important to me at the end of the month when I say how many people did I impact for this month or for that day, or how many people like this podcast, or when I get a letter, somebody telling my co-host and myself how much they appreciated it. People were looking for such programs that by the click of the button, all they had to do was join in. First time I ever done it in my life, I was scared to death. People really actually started listening, started calling. And so what happened as a result of that? We grew. We started in Palmdale, California. And because of the click of the button, we've ended up in Ireland, England, Europe, Canada, Sacramento, Nebraska, South Carolina, North Carolina, Wyoming, Utah. Imagine that by the power of the button. And your brain is just like that. I want to touch on that for just a moment. Your brain is like that. You can, by reversing things, help you to help yourself. You see, there's no Disney magic that's in this room. Don't get me wrong, I love Mickey Mouse and Disney. But by the power invested in the people, I want to tell you this again, by the power invested in all the people that come together, they're able to connect with their feelings. We're not in that time of pandemic, even though the threat may be still out there. We're going to still ask you to still be in the best of health, take care of your health. Here's what we know. The Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast had impact on 365 lands, continents, Middle East, Europe, Bangladesh. Wow! Can you imagine what people can do if they really want to? So if you're in this room and you are listening, and if you're online and you're listening, I'd like for you to do something for Class 101. Leave your name, Today is finally Friday, group session 1. It'll be live online. I'm going to ask everybody. Do you hear me? Everybody I'm going to ask. When you come, did you listen to the program? That way you are expected to use the tools that you have, your brain, your speech, your steps. And you might know somebody right now. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to take a flyer, and I want you, if you can, share it with somebody somewhere. You know, I did that by way of the internet, and I'm going to tell you what. It left impact, inspiration, motivation, changed people's lives, thinking people have gotten jobs. People have gone on to become helpful in the community and life coaches and finish school or enter school. Yet people have lived just another day. Whereas, if they hadn't have heard it, they might be gone. I promised myself that I would reach at least one person per day. One person per day when I first started. I never gave up because I know that there are people out there. If not in your neighborhood, if not in your community, if not at your schools, your banks, your grocery stores, where else do you go? The movies, wherever you're going, there is always somebody, somewhere that needs something like this. We invite you. I want to say thank you to everyone today. If you're hearing the podcast online, if you're hearing this online, do us a favor. In honor of the Healing Center, it has our address on it, 1317 East Palmdale Boulevard, Suite 18, Palmdale, California. Because this is a public center. We're not going to turn anyone away. Please pass it forward. I want to thank the communities for what they do. San Bernardino counties, LA counties, Compton, West, South, Los Angeles, and all over. Thank you for posting info about Vibe Talk Facing the Lion podcast. Thank you for really doing that. Because the internet is the fastest way to be able to get something that you want people to see. You know that thing about becoming viral? I look at that and I say, oh, becoming viral. When we think about viral, I think about when I first heard becoming viral. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to pass anything, because I'm from the old school of 58 and above. So these terminologies. But if something is viral and it makes good out of something, what more could it be if it goes viral and it makes well out of somebody? I want to thank all of you. And I hope that next Friday that we'll have a crowd come join us. If you're in the community, please stop by if you want to donate. We are asking the community to please help us because we want this center to become and be the project that helps people get well virally. Thanks, everybody. You want more of me? Just go and click on the QR codes. And Facing the Lion podcast is talking about all kinds of emotions. Go check out our YouTube page. And if you are hearing our podcast for the first time, do me a favor. Okay? Say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're from. I am Nisi, last name is Robinson, and I am the facilitator. Finally, Friday group session. It'll be me. And if you are a guest speaker, we want you to come and speak about what you do, please and thank you. And I want to say Friday will be the day. We'll see you next Friday. And if you want more information, there's a line down here. We have two numbers, a local number that is 661-795-0475, and our regulated number for those of you who are not in the community, but you can live anywhere outside of the community, 1-888-721-9260. And thank you for today. Everyone have a safe weekend. Thank you for joining me. And we'll see you right back here next week.